Medical marijuana is officially legal in Oklahoma, and the application process is just around the corner at the end of August. So here with us this morning from the Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority is the project manager, Buffy Heater. So nice to meet you.
Good morning.
Thank you for stopping by. And especially, I know y'all are ramping up for August 25th. It must be wild internally for you. August 25th still is the official date, right?
That's correct. August 25th is when we'll have online applications available on the OMMA website.
Okay, and just a few days ago, information did become available on the website, or application forms. They just can't be submitted.
That's correct.
Until August 25th?
That's correct. So application instructions and additional forms that will need to be uploaded as supplemental documentation, that was all posted to the OMMA website back on July 26th. And then on August 25th is when consumers and businesses will be able to submit those applications online.
Why wait that month? What does this month signify?
Sure. So the health department wanted to make sure we were in compliance with State Question 788. The first major milestone for 788 was a 30-day from date of passage to have those application information available on the website. The 60-day mark is when we're actually receiving and processing applications. So we're doing that in compliance with the state question.
And I would imagine, are you also waiting to hear about the emergency rules and some clarification there?
So the emergency rules have been a work in progress.
Yeah.
We do have a Board of Health meeting scheduled for tomorrow afternoon on August 1st, and that will provide some final direction to the program moving forward.
And some of those emergency rules did apply to the application process, correct? You know, what did that apply to, and what could we possibly see change after tomorrow's meeting?
That's correct. So, you know, many of the requirements that are set forth in the applications are listed out in State Question 788. There are some operational details as far as what verifications need to be pursued, what information and documents are actually going to need to be submitted on that application to be able to verify the information. But really, we're looking at the requirements that were set forth in the State Question. You'll see that replicated in the requirements for the online application.
And I would like you to elaborate on what this looks like internally for your team right now. When you're implementing a brand new law and a drug that legally hasn't been seen here in Oklahoma yet, what has this process been like?
So it's been many long days, many nights, and many weekends for the health department. So our teams have been organized, and they organized actually in early April to be able to be ready in the event that the state question passed. That was a good move by the health department to be able to be proactive in being able to build this system. So really we're looking at, you know, an IT system deployment to be able to make it easy for consumers to be able to apply. We also recognize that the very rapid turnaround provided in the state question for 14 days for a decision required us to really streamline and be very efficient in our processes to be able to get these applications turned around to consumers in that very tight time frame.
And I imagine you've had to hire hundreds of people to eventually review those applications, because let's talk numbers. When August 25th hits, are you expecting the floodgates to just open?
So yes, we are anticipating an onslaught of applications, especially in those first 3 months of the program. As you mentioned, it is a brand new industry in Oklahoma, and we know that there is a lot of desire and a lot of demand for the product. In terms of staffing up, so the health department, we were able to reorganize several areas to be able to dedicate existing staff that could turn immediately to be able to produce a large amount of work in a very competent manner. So we have an excellent team at the health department that has been driving this charge. Those folks have not come on new to the agency, so it's been the realignment of staff from existing resources to be able to focus on OMMA to be in compliance. Now, as we look to August 25th and thereafter, we do anticipate being able to staff up the OMMA division and expect that to take about 40 employees to be able to make sure that those online systems are running well and that we have call center support so that consumers are really served best.
How many Oklahomans do you expect to apply for a medical marijuana license?
Right, so we believe a total of about 80,000 applications in the first year is what we're anticipating. The lion's share of those being patients, but we do recognize that several thousand of those are going to come from the business community.
I know a physician's recommendation is part of the application process. You have to have that. Can you get that from any doctor?
So any doctor that is willing to recommend and to sign their name on the physician recommendation form and turn that over to a patient is able to do that. Now, the state question did provide that it did have to be a board certified Oklahoma physician that is providing those recommendations. And so we will be checking against license numbers to ensure that the physicians meet all those qualifications.